Yo, 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 I'm Chuck Navarro, and I'm about to report to you the most infamous ECW incident in wrestling history. Back in 2000, there was XPW on the West Coast in Los Angeles, and there was ECW on the East Coast. Now, there was this pay per view called HeatWave 2000, and ECW invaded Los Angeles. Now, they decided to have their event at this place, the Grand Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles. Now, I lived in Anaheim at the time. That's a good 20-minute drive away. And I was an ECW fan. So me and my friend, we went to this event. We didn't have any tickets. So we had about $50 on us, and we got dropped off in the front by my stepdad. And so we got in line to buy tickets. As we were in line for a little bit, my friend noticed wrestler behind us. He's like, "Hey, you're Supreme, right?" And yeah, he had his tattoos and everything. But this guy was pretty small. He was like 5'5", and I'm like 5'8", 5'9". And I was like, "Wow, hey, what's up?" I didn't really acknowledge him or anything. I just know that he was an XPW member, but I didn't really know how big he was or who he was. Like, like I'm an ECW fan. I care about that, not about XPW. I've seen XPW before on TV. Back then, in those days, they would have it on their own. They would have their own channel. So, but then it started getting a little bit more ghetto each time. They would have a lot of reruns and like not so much wrestling, but it seemed like backyard brawls. So, anyways, we were in line right ahead of them, and when we got our tickets, we didn't get like really good tickets. We only had about $50 on us. So we got nosebleed seats, and it looked like a small auditorium. So we thought we'd get good seats. When we got inside, oh man, we were wrong. I wish they had like some good images, but it looked really, really high in there, really high. But good thing that at the floor level, right behind the camera, there was some seats just lying around, empty. Like if you were going to a movie theater, they would have those type of seats around. And so we just stood and sat in those seats throughout the whole event. Like whatever you saw on the pay per view, that's what we saw. So we were right there, and then I remember during this one scene that Sandman came out, he did his run around. I didn't see where he was, so I just went up and I was just jamming out to music. Yeah. And Sandman walked right behind me. I was like, oh, damn. Hey. I just gave him a little pat on the back. I was young at the time. I was 18 years old. I was a lot younger. I had like a large size shirt, so I just ended up outgrowing that pretty quick. Anyways, I remember the main event came along, and I knew XPW was in the house because they were in the front row, and I saw that there was like something going on in the front from where I was standing in. Then I swear the girls were like going at it, the two girls, because the security was there first because of the girls were going at it. Well, I mean that kind of retracts whatever I said, contradicts I mean whatever I said. So the girls were going at it. Security came in, broke it up, and then the whole XPW kind of blew up at the same time with their little shirts, whatever. Get the hell out of here! And they went out. Like the whole security took them out right away. No ands, ifs, or buts. I mean, the guys they didn't do anything, but they got taken out, and everybody got taken out. And I saw a swarm of crowd go with them too. And then a few minutes later, I saw the the crowd come back in through the front door. I mean, it was this front door right here. Everybody came outside. Then everybody came back in a few minutes later, and then everybody was like, "Oh man, you should have seen a ECW kick XPW's ass." And I was like, "Oh man, what Wonder what wrestlers like took part in it. I don't know who did, but I mean, there's some stories going around that say that certain wrestlers did, but the main guys, I'm not too sure. A New Jack, I can't believe he would take part in it because he also turned XPW as well. But he also was supposedly had uh, a cast on his leg as his character in the at the time. That's why he didn't wrestle. And so yeah, that instant, that's what occurred. I just heard a bunch of commotion like that. Anyways, after the event happened, the pay per view ended. Like, oh man, that's pretty cool. So I left, and then as I was walking away with somebody else, with my friend, of course, and then some other random people were just walking outside of me. I could see security up ahead, just looking out the door, and then they just come out of nowhere and just sucker punch this guy, just knock him clean cold. He knocked out, and I saw him, and he pissed his pants at the same time. Like, wow, that's pretty ghetto. Yeah, and then later on, I heard about that ECW members uh, were like talking with fans after the event. They were just there still, taking down the ring and cleaning up, and the fans were there too, and they were helping out. I thought that was pretty cool. I really wish I would have stayed around a little bit longer and I would have take part of that incident. Just like not that, but you know what I mean, like helping out with everything else, so I could get to meet the wrestlers and stuff. But I remember later on thinking of that uh, when wrestlers come out and greet the fans and say, hey, what's up? The When I went to a WWE event or WWF, they didn't do any of that. Once the event was over, you gotta go. So I was like, damn, it's not like ECW. ECW was pretty cool. But let's be honest, okay? This event right here is the reason why ECW went bankrupt. Because of that incident that happened outside the arena, I'm sure they went through a bunch of legal problems. And because of this, also the traveling from East Coast to West Coast and back to East Coast again, that they weren't prepared for all the money to be spent on the trips. So I'm sure that was part of their downfall of ECW was this incident, the unspoken incident of ECW and wrestling history that we all need to know. So with that said, I hope other people can come clean that was there at the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles can also give their side of the story as well of what really went down and more insight to what did actually happen. So, hope y'all can reply to this. Once again,